Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm going to be doing a response today to fantastic YouTuber Chris Novabug, and Chris got a new series of videos on his channel called the Friday Foursome, where he picks a topic and asks you for your 4 responses. So the topic this week is going to be gaming regrets. Now, up until now, I've found it really difficult to try and think of something to respond. So when he did this one, I was sitting there watching the video. I thought, I don't know, is there anything I really regret? I'm not really a regretful person. I kind of make decisions and stick with them. But then when I thought about it, I was watching Chris's video and he was going through his regrets. I thought, yeah, you know what, there actually are some things that I do regret. So my 4 gaming regrets. Number 1, and yes Alex, I am standing up. Number 1 is going to be when I was in what we call secondary school, which is now, I believe is now called high school. I think they've changed it now. So yeah, when I was in secondary school, I've mentioned this before, there was a kid called Rouse who I used to go to school with, and I think it was in French lesson if I remember rightly. Never got anything done in French lesson. We used to just piss about because no one took it seriously, and everyone just had to piss out the teacher and we just sit around listening to music with our Walkmans and things and just DOS. But anyway, that's beside the point. So yeah, I remember talking to Race one day, and it was when Streets of Rage was out, and I was really impressed with this game. And I had a Super Nintendo. I had no real interest in the Mega Drive. I played it previously at my cousin's friend's house, but after I played the Super Nintendo, that was it, game over. But I remember Race had got a Mega Drive, and somehow he managed to talk me into swapping my Super Nintendo with him for his Mega Drive. And me being me, the way I am, and impatient, and I've probably always been that way, I really wanted to play Streets of Rage. So I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it. And even though I bought the machine myself, I'd saved up for it, I'd gone to my paper round, and I'd saved up £10 a week until I got, it was £100 I think at the time I paid for the Super Nintendo with Mario World. And I still had to tap money back past my dad because, you know, I'm still a kid anyway, really. So I said to my dad, like, you know, is it alright, what do you think? And he was like, well, you know, George, you paid for it, etc. Are you sure you want to do it? You're not really going to regret it. And to be honest, yeah, I do regret it. I regret it quite a lot. I don't know how, but somehow I managed to get another Super Nintendo after that, because I remember just getting the Mega Drive home, and you know, this is from a kid's perspective at that time. As an adult, I have a lot more love for the console, but back then, I put it on, played Streets of Rage, thought Streets of Rage was great, but honestly, it wasn't long before I started thinking, oh shit, what have I done? Because I really did regret it at that point, and I still to this day think I was an absolute idiot to do that. Yeah, so my second regret is to do the collecting. Now, probably about 10 years ago or so, there's a guy on eBay, and he listed a load of brand new sealed boxed Atari Jaguars with the Atari Jaguar CD as well. So they're both boxed, brand new, sealed up, mint, 150 quid for the pair. And I was sitting at work the one day and I saw this and I thought, oh, I can't pass it up, I've got to go for it. So I was like, click, done, bought it. Really happy with my purchase. I played it, I loved it, I really enjoyed it. I'd had a brief history of Jaguar in the past when my cousin owned one when they came out in '93. And I played Doom a lot and loved it. And I played a bit of Kasumi Ninja and all, which was decent. It's not brilliant. But yeah, I remember I bought the 2 systems sealed, well, the system and the accessory. I absolutely loved it. And then a few years later, when I was looking to move down south, I was starting to shift a few things and downscale my collection again. And I remember selling that, and at the time I was sort of on the fence about whether I should do it or not. But I thought, you know, it's the right decision, I need to have a clear out, I need to be more concise, like I'm doing now, just try and make a decision what I want to collect for. And I wanted to raise some funds as well, so money was probably an influence. But I've got to say, I do regret that. Not only because now you look on, especially you look on eBay, I looked on a couple of days ago and the Jaguar games have gone mental, the prices have gone through the roof, and the consoles are crazy. There's a guy on there at the moment, I don't know if it's sold yet, asking £1,100 buy now for the Jaguar and the Jaguar CD in the box. I think he's been a little ridiculous myself, but yeah, I definitely regret saying that Atari Jaguar, because I don't know what it is about that console. It's a crap console, but I really kind of like it. It's kind of got some appeal. The aesthetics of the console, the boxes of the games, and it has got a handful of really decent games. It's got a great port of Wolfenstein on there, you know, and say Doom's bang on. But yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept it. So my third regret is when I first started collecting, which was around about 03, 04, the first thing I did was get a Super Famicom. Box, mint condition, absolutely immaculate, loved it. And then I bought a Japanese Mega Drive, although at least I thought it was Japanese. I've actually since found out it wasn't, it was an Asian Mega Drive, which I didn't know. But anyway, the point is I ended up buying a lot of Super Famicom games, a lot of Japanese Mega Drive games, and I was really happy with what I was doing. My collection was growing. I was just buying them when I wanted. I didn't feel any pressure to continually buy games, and I played them all the time. I was really enjoying them. And my regret really is just selling that collection, and just I went through a lot of different systems at that point. I decided to go on eBay, like most people when you first start collecting, just buying all the systems that I had as a kid and all the systems I never got to play, like Neo Geos and PC Engines and Panasonic Qs and whatever else came up. And I ended up selling all of that over time. But the biggest regret for me was definitely selling the Super Famicom and the Mega Drive. But more than that, the biggest regret is not sticking with them and not getting diversifying, basically, not going on to other consoles. So what I should have done was just stick with the Super Famicom and the Japanese Mega Drive, got all the games I wanted for those systems, and then once I'd done that, then I could have looked at another system, which is the way I should have approached it from day one. I'd have been a lot more happy and content at this point in my life. I'd have had a shitload more money because I've wasted so much cash the last 10 years, you wouldn't believe. Well, you probably would if you watch me regularly, because you know I piss money up the wall, but yeah, constantly. Consistently, I've just been ridiculous with my collecting, so yeah, that is a massive regret. I should have definitely just stuck with the two consoles and left it at that. I'd have been a lot happier. But you know, I'm back there now, so hopefully that won't change now. So regret number one. Regret number one is going to be buying the Nintendo Wii U on day one launch. Biggest mistake I've ever made. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. I know I got hyped up, I got trapped in all the media and the marketing for Nintendo, and people were saying at the time, don't do it, don't jump in, but I was like, no, it's brilliant, the gamepad's amazing, the console's going to be phenomenal, this is Nintendo's return to form, they're going to be on top again, it's HD, it's going to be the nuts. Yeah, it wasn't. I got seriously burnt by that machine, man. That first year afterwards, there was just nothing coming out for it, and it was just dead in the water. I was like, oh shit. And of course now I'm completely done with Nintendo at this point. I've just realised that as a 37-year-old bloke, Nintendo don't do it for me anymore. Hopefully that'll change in the future with their new console, but I really doubt it. We'll wait and see. But yeah, definitely my number one regret was buying that Wii U launch day with all those games. It's just spending like over 600 quid on a machine, which was just a waste of money basically. It was seriously underutilised by Nintendo. They just couldn't be asked with it for the first 2 years. So yeah, definitely regret that one. So I just want to say thanks to Chris for doing these series of videos, absolutely brilliant, and it's been nice to have a subject that I can actually respond to this week. It's been fantastic. So yeah, love Chris's channel as well. If you've never seen Novabug, check out the link down below this video in the description, guys. Click on that, go over to Chris's channel, say hello to him. If you like what you see, of course, click on subscribe, because he's a really friendly bloke and very outgoing and very interesting to watch on camera. He's got a good sense of humour. Thank you very much for watching, guys, as always. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.